Joining us now is the world's only biker comedy hypnotist. It is Gary Michaels. Welcome to the show. How are you, Gary?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. It's kind of a mouthful, isn't it?
Well, you must be like a triple threat. You know, like in when they say that you can dance and act and sing, but you are a
Well,
biker, and a comedian and a hypnotist. But a hypnotist, I mean, that's pretty
mm,
exciting. So, do you bring comedy when
well,
you hypnotize people?
oh, absolutely. You can do really cool phenomenon when you get people into a hypnotic trance and you lead them down a path of suggestion. And, I can make people forget their name, lose an arm, forget where your mouth is, all kinds of weird stuff. It's a lot of fun.
How did you decide to study hypnotism? Like, what happened? Did you have like a
Well, that's a
brother that you didn't like, or what? Like, what happened?
Well, I actually do have a brother that I don't like, but that's not the reason behind it. I'll give you the short story. Um, I've suffered from depression throughout my life, and the last spell that I went through was pretty bad. Everybody was worried, and as much as I was, and I wanted to find a way to deal with depression without having to take medication. So um, I started researching, and hypnosis came up, and I got very intrigued by it. And being a comedian and a radio personality, and a few TV shows I've been on, a few movies I've been in, and I do sing in a band too, by the way. So having all that stuff under my belt, hypnosis to me was very magical. And let me show you what I mean by that. You
Okay.
can do some really really cool things like this.
Nice.
Yeah, you can do some really cool things like that. Magic. So I'm also a magician, and saw when I first saw hypnosis, it was to me extremely magical how it
Hmm.
all worked and how everything fell into place. And then there was this comedy hypnotist out in Vegas. His name was Mark Savard. I've never met him, never seen a show. I've seen his YouTube stuff, and watching him do what he was doing to those people on stage was just very entertaining. And it was at that moment I said, that's what I want to do.
Now, can you actually help people like levitate, like you made the dollar bill levitate, or not yet?
No, no, I'm not quite, there's a big difference between being a magician, a hypnotist, and a wizard, and I'm not a wizard. So,
Now, I know that you do a lot of up close table magic, though. Like, I know you've done cruise ships and
mhm.
things like that. You have a cruise coming up, I believe, correct? What's going on with that
Yeah,
in
it's
your journey?
coming up in October. Yeah, it's called High Seas Rally, and it's the world's only motorcycle rally on a cruise ship. I know that sounds kind of interesting, but I got to tell you, this will be my third year this year, leaving out October 26th, November 2nd, out of Tampa. By far the most incredible people I've ever met in my entire life. Not just the cruise, the production of the cruise, but the people that are all behind it. That just absolutely wonderful, wonderful people. And the motorcycle community, a lot of times the motorcycle community gets a bad rap. Uh, but I found the motorcycle community, the people in this world, to be the most fun, the most generous. I mean, we raise on this cruise on High Seas Rally, we raise money for the dialysis fund and the Wounded Warrior Project.
Mm.
And last year, I want to say we got close to $300,000. And since High Seas Rally has been sailing, about 3.5 million total for the dialysis fund and the Wounded Warrior Project. And what they do on the cruise is they'll bring on 10 dialysis patients, and if you're familiar with dialysis, you're pretty much stuck. You can't really go out and do a whole lot of stuff because you got to get hooked up to those machines. But we'll bring 10 dialysis patients onto the cruise, and we'll pay for their vacation. We pay for the doctors, the nurses, all the machines, and it's just a way to give back to those folks that are undergoing the dialysis. And of course, the Wounded Warrior Project. We have Paul Yaffe, who builds a motorcycle, and he'll raffle it off. And Motor Mark is what we call him, is an incredible, incredible artist. I mean, he's known for his attention to detail, and he will do a painting just for High Seas Rally, and then he auctions that off, and all the money goes back to the Dialysis Fund or the Wounded Warrior Project. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun on this cruise. It's a 7-day cruise. This year we're going to the Bahamas. We'll be doing a little island hopping, but giving back to the Dialysis Fund and the Wounded Warrior Project. That, to me, that's what it's all about. And when you get on this cruise, with my show in particular, you're going to be entertained. That's for sure. And if they say laughter is the best medicine and alcohol kills everything, I'm the healthiest guy in the world right now. So.
Well, two amazing, worthy charities that you're helping. I know that you are very philanthropic. You help a lot of people. Just recently, you even had, I believe, was it a hurricane or something happened in your neighborhood? Some sort of
tornado.
Tornado.
Yeah, tornado hit us. Tornado hit us right in the face, and I mean, literally. I'm, obviously trying to not be funny with this, but
right.
April grabbed a hold of the door. And just as we were getting ready to go outside to go down into the garage, the tornado literally slapped us right in the face, and debris and houses falling everywhere. And I'm sure everybody's familiar with that Leaning House. But there's like millions of people just this week that are down there just taking pictures, a bunch of looky-loos. But so we got hit by the tornado. It was a Tuesday morning, and then we had to turn around and leave on Thursday morning to kick off our tour down in Gibsonton, Florida. And then we had to come back, leave again, and then we had to come back. So we're kind of taking a break for the next couple of weeks before we go to Daytona for the next gig down there. But I had to get my truck fixed and get all that stuff to come back. So we're finally getting things locked in.
Well, we wish you continued happiness on the journey, and that all of this can settle down a little bit, because I know that when you're dealing with things, you're on a personal level for yourself, it's sometimes hard to also find the laughter that you need to bring forward to others. But I know that you're a person of service and integrity, and I know that you're going to be bringing it night after night. You're kind of like a one-man band, Gary, and that's what I think is so interesting, because you probably play harmonica too. I don't know. Do you play harmonica?
No, I don't play.
Not yet. Add that
no,
on. Add that.
Well, I play the tambourine every once in a while when I get around one. There's a couple of albums that I'm playing the tambourine on, the music that I produced, but I never really, I tried to play a little guitar when I was growing up, but it just didn't stick to me. But singing, that's a different story. Yeah, if there's a hot microphone or a camera turned on somewhere, I'm going to find it.
Well, give me a little something then. Sing for me. Sing a little something for me.
Oh my goodness, it put me on the spot here.
I'm good at that.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Bum, 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 bum. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. This was lovely.
That's exactly right.
I appreciate you so much. I'm glad that we've become friends. We met through the internet, and I just love that. So whether it's comedy or hypnotism or biking or going on a cruise or listening to some Southern rock that you're producing, I appreciate you, Gary, and wish you all the best of success to you. And I hope you're going to come back. I would love to talk more about the high seas sometime, okay?
Oh, thank you so much for having me on your program. I was really looking forward to it. And I will just leave you with this real quick regarding the High Seas Rally. If anyone's watching right now that would like to join us on this cruise, it's very simple. Go to highseasrally.com, use promo code Gary Michaels, and I'll give you $150 in ship credit. And you'll automatically be registered to win 4 custom-built motorcycles too. So
that's pretty cool. I'd love a custom-built motorcycle. I was so short, I needed to be custom-built, low to the ground. So thanks, Gary. Happiness to you. Bye. Be well.
Thank you so much. Rock on.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.